Warning: this build is considered by some to be overpowered. The use of this build may cause you to receive hate mail and nasty instant messages as you stand over your victim, bathing in victory. Use at your own risk. Don't say I didn't warn you. Hey, how is it going again, Guardians? LVnative here with another Destiny video. Today's video, we are going to be taking a look at my preferred setup when I am running my Striker Titan in the Crucible. Now, like the warning said, this build is extremely OP and use at your own risk. Enough talking about it, let's get into it, shall we? Alright, first thing here, you will notice our armor and recovery are near maxed out, and I do not care about agility. We are Titans. We do not need any stinking agility. Even with no agility, we are still the fastest out there with our Titan skating abilities and a better control on our jump. So we do not need any extra agility, especially for this build, and you'll see why in a second. For our grenade choices, we have got the Flashbang Grenade, the Pulse Grenade, and the Lightning Grenade. You know it, you love it, and you love to hate it. Stick this thing to some walls, let it do its thing. It has a ridiculously wide area of effect and can take out multiple Guardians with really nice placement. So out of the three, this is by far the best grenade that we're going to go with. For our jump, we can either go with increased height, increased control, or catapult. Out of these three, definitely go with increased control, as you will be able to maximize your Titan skating speed with this particular perk. For your Fist of Havoc, you can either go with Aftermath, Death from Above, and Shockwave. Out of these three, pick your poison. Whichever one floats your boat, go ahead and use. Aftermath and Shockwave tend to be my two preferred favorite setups, both for different reasons and both for different maps, honestly. So Shockwave, not bad if you're wanting to be able to cover a lot of ground in front of you. Aftermath to be able to leave a devastating field behind you even after you've already used your super. For your Storm Fist, you can either go with Overload, Discharge, or Amplify. Out of the three, I prefer to go with Amplify, as I'm not going to be using this ability that often, and when I do, I would really like to get the benefit of that reduced cooldown on my Fist of Havoc. So out of the three options of what they offer, for me, I choose Amplify. For your codexes, you can go with whatever you like. Again, I'm maximizing armor and recovery, so I'm going to go with the Titan Codex 1 and the Titan Codex 5, but feel free if you want a little extra agility in order to switch this around however you like, but I do not think you will need that extra agility, so I'm going to go with 1 and 5 on the Codex. For this category, we have either Headstrong, Aftershocks, or Transfusion. Now, myself, with this build, I'm going to go with Aftershocks, as not only does our Fist of Havoc get the benefit from it, but also our Lightning Grenades do as well. So we get to double dip a little bit there and get benefit for two of our main abilities that we're going to be using. This is by far the clear winner with this build. And for this column here, guys, we have either Unstoppable, Shoulder Charge, or Juggernaut. Now, you can go and make an argument for any of these three depending on the type of build that you're doing. For this build, however, it completely focuses on the Juggernaut overpowered ability and shield that it gives you and maximizes it to its fullest. So for this build, since it's centered around it, we are going to be going with Juggernaut. And for your armor choices for your exotic slot, you've got a couple interesting candidates. First of all, in the chest armor category, if you're running trials, you can do no wrong with running Chest of Alpha Lupi for that increased speed on your revives. Also, people will make a very good case for the Twilight Garrison, and if you are able to maximize the added mobility you get with this in the air, it can be used very, very effectively. So this build, you could switch out and use Twilight Garrison, but what we are going to run with is the Dune Marchers. Increased sprint speed, which is always nice, so we'll be able to close that distance even quicker with this particular pair of boots. Also, move faster with aimed weapons, which is kind of like, you know, the Might of Multi-Tool. While you're aimed down the sights, you're able to move quicker. A similar thing, but this gives you that with all of your aimed weapons. Also, we have the tighter sprinting turn radius. Now this build is going to be focused on getting our shotgun up close and personal and taking people out before they're able to take us out. And the Dune Marchers give us a very good tool in order to do that. we get faster sprint speed, and we have a tighter turn radius, so when we get close with that shotgun, it's going to be easier to turn and acquire our target and get the kill. This works insanely well when we pair it with our chosen artifact, the Memory of Jolder. Removes the sprint cooldown penalty. Alright, so you guys probably see where we're getting at with this, right? You now have no cooldown penalty on your sprint, so you're able to sprint everywhere as much as you want to. And we're going to have increased speed and tighter turn radius while we're sprinting around, which is only going to benefit our movement. You combine that with the Titan skating that we have on here and that Juggernaut shield in front of us, almost always up all the time. Literally, because of there being no sprint cooldown penalty, you can activate that shield, run around till it goes away, do a little, crouch slide, and then restart your sprint in the middle of your slide animation, and that will bring that shield right back up very quickly, and it is so cool and a little frustrating to go against this, but in order to be able to run almost openly wherever you want across the map and be able to recharge that shield very quickly and keep it up for a long amount of time, this build can seriously do some damage in the right hands. So that's it for the build, guys. I hope you enjoyed it or found it useful. If you did, go ahead and smack that like button. Also, leave a comment in the section down below. I want to know if you like this, style of build for your striker, or do you have a little bit of a tweak or an entirely different setup altogether? I would love to hear your thoughts below in the comment section. So go ahead and do that, and I look forward to reading them, guys. Also, if this is your first time to this channel, take a second and smack that subscribe button. Also, turn your notifications on so you will be first to be notified whenever we have more great videos like this in the future. But, as always, this is LVnative, you guys are awesome, and I will see you in the next one.